let's talk about one of my favorite players of all time, Christopher Paul, Cliff Paul from State Farm. All-time great point guard, as we all know, now past his prime, but still impactful off the bench for the Golden State Warriors. Just came back off injury and already making an impact right now. CP3, he has an insane career, accolade-wise, and individually, there's pretty much nothing that this man has not done yet. He's not won an MVP, so that would be the best that you could do individually, but he's put up a lot of MVP caliber seasons, led multiple teams and franchises, regardless of the talent that was surrounding him, to the playoffs, 50 plus wins, etc. And he also has the longevity, a lot of records, a lot of all-star teams, etc. So everyone knows that CP3 is an all-time great point guard. However, the only blemish on his career is that he has never won anything. He's only been in the finals once, and he lost to the Milwaukee Bucks after getting up 2-0 and losing 4 games in a row. So as a Chris Paul fan, I'm kind of sad because now it kind of feels like that ship has sailed. Some people think he has a shot with the Golden State Warriors, but I think the Warriors are just too small to win the championship. So, yeah, I think it's over. He's going to retire ringless. And Chris Paul was on Dwayne Wade's podcast, and they just broke a story that I personally never heard about. The infamous trade that was blocked by the league of Chris Paul going to the Lakers to team up with Kobe is the only big trade that involved Chris Paul that, in my mind, never happened, right? But come to find out, Chris Paul could have actually went to Miami with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and formed a super team. But this didn't happen for this reason. Let's play what they had to say, and then we can come back and react to it. But before I play the clip, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Okay, so everybody talks about the trade that did not happen when you did not go to the Lakers, right? That's one of the, no one still understands it, right? Even though people have explained it.
You talking about Miami?
But do you remember the call with Brian, you and I, when we were thinking about when Riley wanted to trade to bring you to Miami?
Absolutely.
You remember us getting on the phone?
I was sitting in my condo and CJ was sitting. CJ was sitting on the couch, right? If you go back to my brother, always there. CJ was sitting on the couch and we was talking about me coming to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking about me coming to Miami. We was talking about who gonna have the ball in their hands, how it's gonna work.
We having a conversation.
Yep, we having a conversation, right? And then who was it? Was it CJ? Was it CJ that said something about who gonna wear number 3?
Bro, that's what I wanted to get to. We talk about all this about who gonna have the ball. Okay, we can all play together now. CP, I can play off the ball. We done figured all that out. And somebody said, well, who gonna wear number 3? Silence. Okay, so
Listen,
that's the whole trade.
That's why the trade ain't happened?
That's the whole trade up. Because CP could wear number 3 in Miami. That's the whole trade up.
I don't know what they was gonna do. Because you was older, you probably could have just won 33.
No, I wasn't older.
You was older than me.
I was in my prime.
I know, but because you older than me, you just wear 33.
No. See, and so this is the conversation we're having, and I'm like, that's my number. He's like, well, that's my number.
Yeah, what we gonna do? CP6? No, that ain't it.
The basketball number means so much that.
So you saying so we didn't get a chance to see this trade because of a number 3?
Man,
that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
wow.
I'm saying the trade didn't go down. Riley didn't pull the trigger because CP wasn't gonna be able to number 3 because of Miami.
There you have it. Let's talk about it, man. As a fan, I can't believe my heroes. I can't believe what I just found out. I can't believe that Chris Paul would pretty much choose marketing, branding over a championship. Like, I would expect stuff like that from a few players in this league, but not Chris Paul. The fact that he just expected for Dwayne Wade in Wade County, already 1 ring deep, to give up number 3, and that was the deal breaker for him, joining with his best friends in Miami and getting that championship that he never got the chance to get is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy and very disappointing. Obviously, we're speaking with hindsight 2020, right? And back in the days in 2011, 2012, this wouldn't have been a good look at all. But now, given how the league had turned out with all the super teams, the Golden State Warriors era and all that stuff, he might as well have gotten his ring out the way just like KD did, and no one would talk today. No one. People would still be like, oh, maybe there's an asterisk or whatever, but no one would talk about no CP0 and all that stuff. And it's just a shame. It's just a shame, man, because at this point, yeah, he's going out with no rings. Like, if I read his resume, individually, he's Rookie of the Year, 4-time All-NBA first team, 5 times All-NBA second teams, 3 times All-NBA third team, 8-time All-Defense first team, 2 times All-Defense second team, 12-time All-Star, first player ever with 20,000 points and 10,000 assists, top 5 steals leaders of all time. Like, the man has everything but a championship. And for him to be like, yeah, man, I wasn't going to be CP6. Like, I agree, this ain't it. But come on, bro. Like, at least no one would be able to call you CP0 no more. No one. You might legit be CP3 as you went to Miami. Now, I don't think this would have been a foregone conclusion that they would have been better than with Chris Bosh, just because that's a lot of ball-dominant players on the same squad. I know Dwayne Wade can play off the ball. I know LeBron James can play off the ball. But the best version of all these guys is on the ball. So I felt like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade sharing the basketball, it already felt at some moment like there weren't enough basketballs for Chris Bosh. So with Chris Paul running it, he's a great point guard. He would have dished it. Chris Paul was better than Chris Bosh at this point of his career. But yeah, the fit would have been questionable. We might have still witnessed like a big loss in the finals to Dallas, just because the chemistry wouldn't have been right. Chris Bosh also was pivotal in some series when they needed a great quality in the paint, and Chris Paul cannot provide that. Now, he was the best point guard in the league at the time, so I'm sure they figure out a way to win at least one. But I don't think it's a guarantee that this version of the Miami Heat without Chris Bosh and Chris Paul would have went on to win 2 or 3 championships, you know? So this would have been an interesting dynamic. I feel like the roster construction around those guys would have been different. Whomever they would have picked to be the centers would have been very, very pivotal. But yeah, man, Chris Paul, like, you're just going outside. Like, when you see why LeBron James and Dwayne Wade have a championship and why Chris Paul and Melo do not have one, like, you'll be like, yeah, man, life is just fair at this point. 2 guys really put career first, sacrifice first, etc. And then you have Chris Paul who was like, yeah, I'm not giving up my number. And Melo was like, yeah, I'd rather get paid. And both of these guys, now they're talking about, yeah, you know, I get disrespected and all that stuff because I don't have a championship. That's just a shame. That's just a shame. But, you know, in life you have choices, and they made theirs. So, yeah. We're going to close the video right here. If you made it this far, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. But more importantly, get in that comment section. And let's kind of, I guess, fantasize about what the Miami Heat would have been with Chris Paul on there as a big 3. How would it win? Do you think they win 3 rings, 4 rings? Or do you think they do not win at all? Like, tell me how they fare in your mind. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.